Kings and queens, I just wanted to share a quick story with you about my adventure yesterday with our precious bearded dragon. He or she, we haven't found out what it is yet. Um, when we first got the classroom mascot, my co-teacher and I really weren't big fans of it. It was just a gift that was given to us. When they asked what the name of the dragon should be, the first words in my mouth was grotesque because it's in the lizard family, and I don't do lizards. I don't do rats, roaches, or snakes, or any of those things. I used to like snakes when I was a kid, but over time, gross. So when we got to lizards, okay, I do cats. I love cats. I used to have a cat. His name was Pistachio. He was gray. He was a tabby and Persian mix. If you've ever seen a Persian cat, beautiful royalty looking like cats. Those ones you would see in castles. Awesome cats. I do pit bulls. Pit bulls are nice. I grew up with a red nose and a blue nose. I grew up with chihuahuas. I used to have a Jack Russell and a Chihuahua mixed little puppy. He yapped and barked, and he was so annoying, but he was so cute at the same time. So I say all this to say I do animals. I love animals. I love cats. I love horses. I used to go horseback riding with my cousins in their ranch. I love animals. But lizards, things that are slimy, that stick their tongue out where you can't even see their teeth, ugh, no, I don't do those. So we've had them a few months, and so we let the kids name them. And so I would just let my co-teacher feed him. She would take him out of the cage. She would change his cage. I would maybe every now and then drop a salad in there. But as far as touching him, going near him, me and him just weren't clicking. So one day she decided to put him on a leash. And she put him on a leash and took him walking. Unbeknownst to me, when I was coming out to clock out for my lunch, he was just roaming on a leash. And she had him on a leash and she let go of the leash. And he came to me and sat there and just stared at me. It's like, why are you looking at me? I would always go by his cage, good morning, because as long as the cage was there and as long as he was in the cage, we were good friends. But when he started jumping on top of the cage, or because they have little logs, when he started jumping on the log to get on top of the cage, like he was trying to get out, that's when we had to have a long distance relationship. So moving forward, here we are a month later. And she's cleaning out his cage, and I'm cleaning up the classroom, and she puts him in this small little bucket. Let me back up. My prayer was, one day, Lord, I know you haven't given me the spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. Maybe I'm not afraid of him. I just don't like him. I don't know what the outcome is, but when he gets closer to me, my heart just starts beating really fast, and I can't control it. So anyway, she's cleaning his cage out, and she puts him in this tiny little bin, a half-size bin. It's half the size of his cage, and it's really short. And she sets him on the table, and then she sets she sets her jacket down next to the bin to kind of get the cushion around the bin, and then she puts a top on it. I'm standing there talking to her and cleaning up the classroom, and he tries to get out of the little bin. So I tried to use her jacket for leverage to go back in the bin without pushing him back in the bin, because I didn't want to push him because I didn't know if he had teeth or if he would bite me or anything. I really don't know anything about bearded dragons. And please, if you're a bearded dragon owner and you know about bearded dragon, or you're a bearded dragon expert, because we want to know if our precious little bearded dragon is a male or female, because we don't know. We kind of gave him a boy name, but we're not sure if it's a boy or a girl. But he's kind of looking bloated, but we don't know if he's bloated because he's going to lay eggs, or if he's bloated because he's all the good salad and worms and crickets that he's eaten. Anyway, back to the story. I put the blanket I put her jacket in front of him to escort him back in there. My hand is underneath her jacket. He climbs on my hand. My hand. He climbs on my hand, and he just stares